a very warm welcome. Your Saudi Arabia race reaction. Brilliant. Ollie Bearman. Wow, he takes the headlines in yet another real dull race for Formula One. Back to back, awful races, but the standout and positive is Ollie Bearman. A star, maybe, has been born. Surely he's put his name out there for a 2025 seat. And Kevin Magnussen, once again, with his dirty driving antics. When's it going to end? It's so dirty by Kevin Magnussen. I haven't got the words to express it. Norris, we get into the race, and Norris, surely a jump start. He got away with it somehow. Very clean start. Gasly was out of the race pretty early on with gearbox issues. And then Lance Stroll hit the wall and brought out the first safety car. Norris and Lewis didn't box. Everyone else boxed, and that meant a poor result for Norris and Lewis in the end. Perez got a 5-second penalty with an unsafe release. And then Kevin Magnussen. Honestly, we've seen it time and time again over the years, and he never ever learns his lesson. One of the most filthiest, dirty drivers I've ever clapped eyes on in Formula One. He's put Gasly in the wall at Baku. The famous suck my nuts incident with Hulkenberg, and now again 20 seconds worth of penalties. He's gone straight on at the corner, kept the position on Tsunoda, and he put Alex Albon in the wall. Time and time again we see this by Kevin Magnussen, and it's not really addressed. He is one of the dirtiest drivers we know. And a spin at the end by Daniel Ricciardo, who had a pretty awful race. Star of the race, Ollie Bearman. Fastest lap, Charles Leclerc on the last lap. Race rating, I'm giving it 1 out of 10. It was absolutely dreadful again. F1 begging for a good race, and we're not seeing it. So let's run down the order. Max, P1. Barely saw him all race. Dominance. P2, Sergio Perez. 1-2 for Red Bull. Superb. Third, Charles Leclerc. Podium. Fastest lap, good weekend. Fourth, Oscar Piastri. He would probably get driver of the day if not for Ollie Bearman. Superb Oscar Piastri, had Lando's number all weekend. Fifth comes Fernando Alonso, outperforming the car. Sixth comes the male model. Again he's beat Lewis, so positive by George. Seventh, star of the weekend, Ollie Bearman. Short notice, you've got to come in and drive a Ferrari for the first time. Sainz is out with appendix issues. Don't worry, I'll have one practice session, I'll qualify P11, and then I'll do the race and finish P7, and surely put my mark down on a 25 seat. Okay, Ollie. Star of the race, brilliant. 8th, Lando Norris, a poor weekend. But obviously the strategy didn't help, stayed out there. Would have lost too much time, because Piastri was ahead of him. Same with Lewis. Dreadful weekend again. Outdone by Russell again. He's had a poor start to the season, Lewis Hamilton. 10th, Nico Hulkenberg. Magnussen holding everyone up. Hulkenberg's benefited with 1 point. 11th, Alex Albon. Probably had damage for the majority of the race because Magnussen decided to put him in the wall. 12th, Esteban Ocon. Quite a positive result for Alpine, I would say, given their struggles. 13th, 1-1. Great in qualifying, quite a poor race by Tsunoda, but obviously Magnussen didn't help, basically passing him off the circuit. 14th, Logan Sargent. Wow, he's actually finished the race. 15th, Kevin Magnussen. 20-second worth of penalties. He finished 11th on the road, goes down to 15th. Dirty tactics again by the Danish pasty. He's honestly, he's ridiculous at times. Ridiculous. 16th, Daniel Ricciardo with an absolute terrible weekend. Wow, really bad. And he spun all by himself. 17th, Bottas. 18th, Guan Yu Zhou, who's had a terrible weekend. Long pit stop. Gasly and Stroll were the DNFs. There we have it. Saudi Arabia race reaction done. Join me for driver ratings tomorrow. 2 races down. 2 really shit races. This is a worry for Formula One. Let's have it real. There's a positive with the Bearman story, but that is 2 shit races back to back. and we need better. We need better. F1 is crying out for a good race, and we're not seeing it. And I'm worried. Very, very worried. Join me tomorrow for driver ratings. Adios.